Hi everyone, I am Jose. I am a conductor, but first of all, I'm a musician. I play the violin. I am a friend, and I am also very interested in education. There are some pictures when I was very little, like 1 or 2 years old, where there was this birthday party, and I had a little cuatro, which is like an ukulele. Venezuela is a bit bigger. I had this little cuatro, and I was like playing, and also I had a drum set, like a toy drum set when I was little. And they say, I mean, my family say that I loved these toys. Like I really would spend a lot of time with this. Then there was this concert that really changed my life. I had never attended a performance of symphonic music, and there was this Venezuelan brass ensemble that was touring all over Venezuela, and they came to my city. During this week, I was approaching a Sistema with my father in order to sign up for the program, and they told me, before you sign up for the program, go to this concert and see if you like it, especially because my interest was to play trumpet. So I say, I want to play trumpet. They say, this is perfect. This ensemble is here. Go to the concert and see if you like it. And I was so fascinated. Also, the repertoire was very good. There were a lot of American music, like by Gershwin and all of this. And then there was pictures at an exhibition by Mussorgsky, an arrangement for a brass ensemble. And as a child, I remember how like I spent most of the concert crying because it was really shocking for me. And also I'm like, I left this place, the concert hall, and already in my house, I was looking for the music. Like I was telling my father, Daddy, please help me find the music. And I was in my bedroom, like with the music and moving my arms and etc. Because it was a lot to take in. So I think this is really the moment that would change my life in this regard. This first conductor I saw is called Thomas Clamor. He was a trumpet player at the Berlin Field, and he was going to Venezuela to work a lot with the brass ensemble. And one of the important things I saw in this occasion was also how happy he was, and also like with all these marvelous gestures, these smiles, how this energy was flowing around, how this environment was created. So apart from the music that was very good and a very good quality, I could feel that everybody was part of something, that everybody was connected and really giving everything and enjoying. And this is something that also stayed in my mind, like all this happiness, all this nice energy. And I kind of thought I want to be part of that. I think first of all, what you do is marvelous, and I'm really happy that there are this kind of, you are this kind of organization that are doing so well and so good for a lot of people. So in this regard, of course, I'm more than happy and excited and motivated to join and to do my best, but also I think this will be a really nice learning experience as well, as I am going to give my best, and I'm going to do the best that I can to work with all these marvelous and talented young people. Everything I will receive from them, and what I will receive in terms of the environment and in terms of the planning and in terms of how much thought there is behind everything that has been planned, will really give me a lot of ideas and a lot of information as to how plan and as to how move forward. I define the work that we do like when we talk to teachers, I say like we are like superheroes, and the superheroes, they have this belt with different tools. Like depending on something that happens, you pick one tool out. I think that going to Orchestras for All, and especially working with Emma and the marvelous team, will give me some tools I don't have in my belt. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think that the conductor, first of all, is a facilitator and is also a motivational coach. You need to bring the best out of these young people. And also, but on the same time, you need to be sensible enough to understand what they need and try to, is not to give them what they need, but to facilitate the process in which they will discover what they need and they will express it. And you create this environment where their needs are covered. Actually, having this opportunity to go and work with Orchestras for All is also allowed me to achieve one of my dreams since I was a child, which is to go to the UK. I don't know how the context is in the UK and what is the thinking, let's say, but it is very important to say that also, even though we are doing all this marvelous educational work and focus on the well-being, is as much as important as well the artistic quality of what we do. And I say this carefully because a lot of people, musicians, maybe they say, okay, yeah, because you do an educational program, it's not as serious as someone who goes to a conservatoire, or maybe it's not as serious as somebody who will play in a professional orchestra. For us, at least for me, is as serious as it is. And also I try as a musician to pass on the best qualities I can, artistically speaking. So yes, we are an educational program. We are focused on the well-being. We want people to grow and to develop themselves in a human way and in a sensible way. But also we are giving all of our best uh, artistry-wise. And this is something very important because it doesn't mean that because I'm doing an educational program, I will lower my level of artistry, or because I'm doing a high artistry level, I will lower my level of well-being for the students. It's my mission at least is to bring both things at the same level and always work on both things in parallel. I mean, first of all, you have to really love music, and really, when I mean love music, it's actually kind of become obsessed with it. Like really read about it, live with it, um, listen to it, compare. You become, as a conductor, you become a kind as like a researcher. You are always in the field looking for new things, for new ideas, and also you are looking to renew the ideas that you had because times change, and as times change, we also change, and we should adapt to the new realities. So this would be one of the things. The second thing is that, I mean, for me again, in my opinion, I think that this image of the autocratic conductor doesn't exist anymore. It's more about team playing. It's more about being a musician, being part of the group, and being an instrument, enabling people to really make music and to discover who they are through music and to express who they are through music. So this would be my second thing, like really invest on being motivator, really invest on being coach rather than somebody who will be there just to say what should be done. And I mean, and the third thing, it would be like um, never lose touch with humanity. And I want to be careful with this thing, with this phrase, but it's because sometimes when you get into the music business and the music industry, you kind of become too stiff maybe, or too old school, or too, I don't know. And I think I think the best conductors nowadays, young conductors, are those who are really connected to people, are gentle, are humble, are open, are really connected to humanity, and not focused on the business at all, but really trying to make people feel good and trying to be a server. little by little, things are changing, and there are many new and interesting things happening. For example, the inclusion of more. I'm not saying it's enough. I think that we should do more, but little by little, the inclusion of more female composers, for example, in the repertoire, the inclusion of more female conductors as well, and female musicians in general, for example, really having an orchestra doing programs for the community, for example, trying to really have the orchestra integrated as part of the community and the community life. It's something that is happening little by little. And I think, I mean, for me, I wish the future is like this. Not only like, you know, the image of the orchestra with the bow tie and the nice concert hall and whatever, but also the image of the orchestra on the street playing for people, the image of an orchestra that maybe is in a concert hall, but maybe wants to sit in the audience and playing for people that are sitting in this on the stage, or, you know, as an institution to be as open as possible and invent new ways um, to really motivate people to come to this world of music. Nowadays, as we are a world that is more modern, like everybody can go on YouTube, and if you want to listen to the Berlin Philharmonic, you can go in the digital concert hall and etc. I think that music, it's not something that should be for the educated or for, so it should be for everyone. And our responsibilities as musicians is part on how we can bring this music to everyone, how we can make it accessible for everyone. I mean, doing something good for the others is as good as doing something good for yourself, because we live in community. We are social beings, and I think it's my personal view that when the others are better, you are also better, or you are part of something better. This as a principle. And then the mission of an organization such as Orchestras for All, but then also of organizations like Sistema programs, like El Sistema Greece, which is the one I work with, for example. It's a beautiful mission, because apart from bringing arts and closer to everyone, it's also about how you can build a better society. What we do as artists is just the excuse, let's say. It's just the tool that we use because we are musicians and we know how to make music, let's say. We use this as a tool, but the real value of it, it's really seeing people grow. It's really creating these spaces where there is dialogue, where there is inclusion, where there is no discrimination, where there is respect for feelings, for emotions, and these spaces where you motivate young people to help each other, to listen to each other, to be patient, and to discover new things together as a team. People orchestra, let's say 300 people, 400 people, 200 people, I don't know, orchestra, maybe 3 of them, 4 of them will become professional musicians. But actually, it doesn't matter. What matters is that this experience and this training and this environment and this way of doing things stays with them for the rest of their lives, so that when they grow up and they go into whatever field they want to go, they always remember these values. So it's an organization worth supporting, for the betterment of everyone.